go back to test then?
No, just leave it alone.
For the first time in the 2022 season, basketball returns to the ancient city. It's NCAA Division II basketball here in St. Augustine, Florida at the Flagler College Gymnasium. It'll be Florida Tech, the Panthers, at 0-1 against the 1-3 Flagler College Saints. Welcome inside the stadium. Chris Carey with you. So excited to be back calling basketball here in St. Augustine, Florida. Now the season has already started. As we mentioned before, Flagler at 1-3, Florida Tech playing their only game this season just a week ago. They are 0-1. They played Flagler in a matchup in Melbourne, just 2 hours and 21 minutes south of St. Augustine, Florida, and they suffered their only loss of the season. Flagler's starting five will take the floor as Pusey Utku out of Ankara, Turkey, comes out. She will be joined by Sarah Pedraza, the transfer from Santa Fe in Gainesville, Florida. Sherelle McCormick will also be in the backcourt, as long as Maddie Erickson and Namaya Pierce take care of business down low for the Saints. On the other side, coached by John Reynolds, Florida Tech will line up with Ty Roberts, Lena Stranger Johansson, and Severin Ugen in the backcourt. Kiki Daniels down low with Remington Smith. That's their five. And this is sure to be an exciting game. What's interesting about these two teams is they're incredibly young. If you look at the way their roster stacks up against each other, the only difference, Florida Tech has 6 international players spanning across 4 or 5 different countries. 2 from Norway, 1 from Lithuania, 1 from Egypt, 1 from Hungary, and 1 from Lebanon. Both teams will take the court. Flagler in white, Florida Tech in gray. We're just about ready to get things going here in St. Augustine, Florida. The first game of the 2022 regular season in St. Augustine, Florida, for the Flagler women's basketball team. Erickson will take the tip, and Flagler has the ball. Sarah Pedraza up on the court. Isolates off the screen. Now looking for some help. She will pass it out to Utku, who stops and gives it up to the top of the key. McCormick driving, kicks it out to the corner. Pedraza, 3-ball. No good, over the top. It'll go the other way. Ty Roberts will be the point guard for this Florida Tech team. As previously mentioned, 0-1 on the season. Immediately getting it out to Remington Smith. Quick ball movement here. As now Uggen gives it back out to Roberts. One-on-one between her and Pedraza. Jump shot, and that misses. Offensive rebound by Florida Tech, but only for a second as Pedraza gets the loose ball on the floor. Now Flagler has possession. Driving is Utku, and it's blocked out of bounds. It will stay with the Saints. So Utku will inbound the ball immediately to Erickson. Now Pedraza, the point guard at the top, driving in, and will have to rove back to the top of the key. They're working Utku and Pedraza together, and now the first touch inside for Namaya Pierce, one of the key returning members. It's off the mark, and Florida Tech has the ball back. Let's turn the other way, and now Pedraza, fast break for Flagler. She's looking for help, passes it on the inside. It's off of the foot of number 11, Lena Strange Johansson, and Flagler will maintain possession. So still no score in the first substitution of the game. Emily Akimporo will join the Panthers on the floor and play the wing up against Pedraza. Utku to inbound. She's going to have to go far to Erickson. Erickson at the top of the floor, and now Utku will get the ball back. Pass inside, that's picked off, going the other way. Johansson driving in, will stop on her feet, and that is a travel. Flagler at 1-3 on the season. They've played 3 more games than Florida Tech. And right now have been yet to score. The pass inside to Erickson will go out of bounds. Still with Flagler. Maddie Erickson out of North Forsyth High School in Cummick, Georgia. One of the many freshmen on this team. As mentioned before, a very young Flagler team measuring up with Florida Tech. And now Utku back out to Erickson. Another shot. This time it'll go. Those are the first 2 points of the game. 2-0 Flagler. Roberts now against Utku. A lot of traffic down low, and they're going to take advantage. 3 ball, and it is good by Akimpora, who just came off the bench. So maybe the scoring gets started here for Florida Tech. But there are no signs of slowing for the Flagler Saints as the kickball goes out of bounds. Severine Uggan kicked that one out. A little more on Flagler's team. Ball now running through Busei Utku, as mentioned, from Ankara Turkey, a junior transfer from Arizona Western, now in a little bit more of a humid place here in St. Augustine, Florida. Pedraza, another transfer, driving with the right hand, and the lay is no good. It will go the other way. Florida Tech playing 1 game against Flagler, had a number of different preseason games and exhibitions, including one against Weber International University that started their season, an NAIA club that beat the Florida Tech Panthers. It tells you about the teams in Florida. It doesn't matter what division they play in. It's very competitive, and it was last week where Flagler beat this Florida Tech squad in Melbourne, scoring 76 points on the Panthers. Shot off the mark, rebounded by Flagler, and a foul underneath. And Flagler will have possession. Foul belongs to Kiki Daniels, and Utku will take it up the floor. No substitutions yet for Flagler, haven't needed it. Fresh legs moving fast. Pedraza and Utku exchanging roles as the point and shooting guards. And now Nemaya Pierce misses with her left hand, rebounded by Florida Tech. Everything right now is going through Ty Roberts for the Panthers, but looks like they're trying to get it out to the wing for Akimpora. Another shot misses. Pedraza moving quickly. Driving in, left hand, and the finish will not be made there, and underneath Pierce cannot add the 2 points. Back and forth we go. Akimpora on the ball. So far, Florida Tech 1 for 4 shooting, Flagler 1 for 7. Slow start for both teams. Roberts crossover move, now back out to Akimpora. Driving, kicking it out again. Stranger Johansson, right hand, and that will not go in. Offensive rebound right on the glass. Also a miss there. Quickly the other way, McCormick drives and rebounded by Pierce. Up at the top. Now Utku. Pierce again. Another chance, the foul. Instead, it's a travel. Some substitutes in for Florida Tech. Checking in is number 5, Sarah Libertor. And number 22, Remington Smith, will take out the ball. It's Alma Amon, now the center for the Panthers. Libertor to Amon, guarded closely by Erickson. Now a drive with the left hand by number 22, Remington Smith, rebounded by Flagler. Not many shots falling yet for the Saints nor the Panthers, but Pedraza is able to draw a foul. Not in the act of shooting. And it looks like there may be a timeout by Mo Smith and the Flagler Saints. Flagler fans, if you want to support all Flagler athletic teams, join the Saints Club. Visit www.flaglerathletics.com and click on the Saints Club link for more details. Flagler Athletics are also brought to you by Applebee's, eating good in the neighborhood, Academy Bus, We Know the Way, A.D. Davis Construction, builder, developers, and contractors. The Bailey Group, no matter where you want to go, we'll help you get there. Ameris Bank, savings for the expected or the unexpected. Atlantic Dodge, proud supporter of Flagler Athletics. So only a 3-2 scoreline with just over 5 minutes played here in the first quarter. What has been the biggest question mark is finishing at the rim. They've got it to their forwards and centers, but the inability by both teams to finish low and inside has caused the scoreline to be just 5 points between both teams. But as mentioned before, very young teams they both are. Flagler lost a very notable player to graduation. Tori Pierce, a name that many will remember, averaged 18.1 points per game last season in a magical campaign for her, which gave her first team All-Peach Belt Conference honors, and she was also the Defensive Player of the Year in the Peach Belt. Flagler has turned the ball over 17 times per game and is looking to change that narrative here. Utku driving, kicks it out, no one there, but luckily Pedraza recovers. One-on-one with Akimpora. The screen's there, instead rolls off. Pierce driving, and there's another travel. Volunteer assistant coach Rick Irely told us before the game that they wanted to work on closing out on screens. Instead there, the screen forced a travel offensively, giving another turnover back to the Florida Tech Panthers. Liberator. And now Akimpora. And a 3-second violation underneath. Taylor Gardner will join the fight for the Flagler Saints. She'll play the wing off the left side, as well as Amuk Tong out of Jacksonville, Florida, Bishop Kenny High School, one of the very few Flagler players that's right around here. So now Pedraza will take over duties as the point guard. She against Akimpora, almost lost the handle there. Now Gardner immediately driving in, and the kick out for three. Splash down, Sarah Pedraza. That's what they needed, an immediate impact. But the other way quickly go the Panthers. And fouled shooting was Sarah Liberator. Sherelle McCormick will be tapped with a foul there. And number 5 will shoot 2. So 5-3 scoreline. A little bit more about Sarah Pedraza, who just drained the 3. She's from Mexico City, another international player. Florida Tech has 6 international players from Europe and Africa. A couple of international players for the Flagler Saints are on the court right now. You had Utku out of Turkey, Pedraza from Mexico. And now a 5-5 score. They're going to double Gardner as well as Pedraza. Doesn't seem to affect her too much as they're working together. Pierce shrugs off a grab and misses a shot right at about the foul line. Sarah Liberator working with Divine Guthrie. Now Liberator again, driving with her right hand. Instead will pass it down to Kiki Daniels. Wide open 3. And that's missed by Severine Uggan. But still saved somehow by Florida Tech. Uggan another chance, instead unselfish. Gives it to Guthrie. And a foul underneath. It'll go the other way for Flagler. Kiki Daniels, a couple of fouls already. We'll see if they make a change. And yes, they will. Stranger Johansson will check back into the game. 5-5 the score. Florida Tech against Flagler. Both teams failing to score right now, using a lot of picks. But now Gardner on the ball. A couple shifty moves, driving with her left hand. She's looking for Pedraza, can't find her, and saved. Now McCormick a chance. Try to go for Pedraza. This time Florida Tech gets some paws on it and goes the other way. 3 ball off the mark. Rebounded well by Pierce. Pedraza driving some more with the right hand, and she cannot finish. And a foul underneath again. This time Flagler will commit the foul. Just over 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Sophie Van Dyke will check in. Redshirt freshman out of Holland, Michigan. Holland High School. Same for Carly Grimm. She will play down low. St. Clairsville, Ohio, the Lindsley School. 3-time Ohio Valley Athletic Conference selection. Liberator, now Uggen at the baseline. Good pass. Stranger Johansson to Uggen. They connect for 2. 7-5 now the score. It's been all Pedraza and Gardner so far. Let's see if McCormick can get involved in the action. Step back jumper, and that will miss. Rebounded by Ty Roberts. Has numbers. Going to take it herself. Drives with the right hand, and she got it off the glass. Largest lead so far for the Panthers. They have a 4-point advantage. It's been hard in transition thus far for both teams. A lot of fouls being committed, but a clean play there. Now a pass inside. Awkward shot. And a miss from Van Dyke. Roberts again. Getting a little more involved. Passes it inside. And Guthrie goes up. And a foul. Carly Grimm gets the foul, her first of the game, as she just checked in. 2 shots for number 14, Divine Guthrie. Originally from Atlanta, Georgia, sophomore from Tallahassee Community College. The community college game as well has been very impactful for many of these players transferring to high-level D2 competition, trying to make their mark at their respective teams. Florida Tech last year, 3-22, so a season they don't want to remember, but now with a young and invigorated squad, they may get a really good chance of winning some more games this year. But it starts here today in St. Augustine, Florida against the Saints. So far, they have a 5-point lead. Buse Utku back in the game, floor general. Now Grimm, who just committed the foul, trying to allow her to drive. And it's tipped out of bounds by Florida Tech. Ball will be kept by the Saints. So Van Dyke, Utku loses the handle. Now Roberts driving, passes it low. And a finish in one inside. Good shot by Liberator following up Roberts. It's 12-5 and another shot for Florida Tech. She steps to the foul line and she'll shoot. Florida Tech currently on a 9-0 run, and it's been due in part by a lot of fouls by Flagler. Flushes the 13th point of the game. Liberatori does. 8-point advantage for Florida Tech. Under 45 seconds. McCormick driving, kicks it out. Gardner. She's got a chance. Nice shift, and the shot will fall. Shifted her shoulders to her right, shook a defender, and floated the shot in. Florida Tech will not have the last possession. Only 1 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Roberts up against Utku. 1-on-1. She's going for the isolation. Stacked down low. Crossover between the legs, drives. And that's a shot clock violation. 1.3 seconds remain for the Saints. Don't know if they'll hold it or shoot it. Looks like they're going to go and try and trap Utku. It's going to go to McCormick, and she'll run out the clock. That's the end of the first quarter. Panthers lead the Saints 13-7, as Flagler has some work to do in the second quarter. Flagler Athletics is brought to you by Burchell & Co. Find your home today. Carmelo's, delivering old world quality. Carrabba's, so close you can taste it. South State Bank, welcome to Banking Forward. Chick-fil-A, eat more chicken. Pizzali's Chianti Room, for the true Italian food connoisseur. Capital Financial Strategies, a full-service financial company serving North Florida and South Georgia. And Coldwell Banker Premier Realty, fulfilling the dream of home since 1906. Welcome back to the Flagler Gym, where the Saints are trailing by 6 points here as we begin the second quarter. Florida Tech Panthers ended the first quarter on a 10-2 run, and here we go, we're underway. Ty Roberts gives it up. Stranger Johansson, the ball fake, now driving. Pass to Akampora, now up top. Remington Smith gives it up, deep three, and it's off the mark. Controlled by the Flagler Saints. Here comes the pass. Utku with a bad angle. She hits it off the bottom of the glass. Pushing the pace is Roberts. She'll give it up. Flagler trying to slow that transition offense that Florida Tech has implemented oh so well in this game thus far. Roberts working inside. She'll pass it to Remington Smith. Three ball is good. She knocks it down.
Shot is good by number 22, Remington Smith.
Full court pass is intercepted by Remington Smith. She'll push the floor. There are numbers. Pass it out to Roberts. Three ball. Rims out. Erickson with the rebound. Utku working the point. Against Roberts. High screen by Erickson. Plenty of space for Utku. Now it's Gardner. Isolating, driving, spinning, and she will get called for a traveling violation. Couldn't get that foot planted. 8 minutes, 36 seconds. Flagler down by 9 points. Sarah Pedraza will check back into the game for the Saints. Pedraza averaging 8 points a game throughout her career and in the 2022-2023 season. Very consistent statistically. Roberts now give it up. Akampora now back to Roberts. Working against Utku. Akampora inside. Spear looks, and it's picked off. Taken away by Pedraza. Up the floor she goes. Nice hesitation, and she'll bank it off the glass and in. Spear deep three. It misses. Flagler content to slow down the offense. Pedraza now coming inside, working the baseline, flips it up with her left hand, and there's a rebound. Utku will give it back to Pedraza. Now inside. Maya Pierce is called for a traveling violation. She looks like she might have slipped. They're going to get the ground nice and dried up. Florida Tech leads 16-9 here in the second quarter. Flagler looking for their second win of the season. Florida Tech looking for their first. Lena Stranger Johansson will toss it in. Ty Roberts against Utku. Akimpora up top. Remington Smith. Now over to Uggan. Uggan dribbling with her right hand. Back to Smith. Smith to Akimpora. Shot clock winding down. Roberts taking it herself. Off the glass and in.
Layup is good by number 4, Ty Roberts.
Utku directing the traffic. Feeds it inside to Pierce. Pierce using the frame, spins, and they're going to call a charge. Great awareness there by Lena Stranger Johansson to get her feet set. Defense chance spreading throughout the stadium here. The Flagler Gymnasium. Jump shots no good. Collected by Pierce. Gardner will work against Akimpora. She's trapped, spinning away as Pierce. Now giving it up to Pedraza. Pedraza against Smith. Smith falls and Pedraza has nowhere to go. Isolating, she has the matchup. Kick it out to Utku. She drives. Jump shot is off the mark. Akimpora and Smith. They have a convoy throwing it up the floor. Severine Uggan. Reverse layup. It misses. Flagler was the last to touch it. It will stay with Florida Tech. Florida Tech is averaging 67 points per game. I don't see that happening here with an 18-9 scoreline halfway through the second quarter, but we have seen some offensive showcases this season as a three ball is good.
15,
Severine Uggan. 21-9. It has been all Panthers the last 7 or 8 minutes. Utku tried the dish sidearm. It was too far away from Erickson. Despite the long wingspan, she didn't get a hand on it. Florida Tech a 12-point lead with 5 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the second quarter. NCAA Division II women's basketball. Roberts, three ball. No good. There's a foul underneath. Rebound was collected by Sherelle McCormick. She's back in the game. McCormick, 16.8 points in her young Flagler College career. Speaking of her, fadeaway jumpers off the mark. Veratore now gives it up. Three ball no good. Rebound, put up and in. It's Devine Guthrie. Flagler's going to call a timeout. And I think that's the right decision. Now being down 23-9 with just under 5 minutes left to play in the second quarter.
Applebee's eating good in the neighborhood. Academy Bus staying on the way. A.D. Davis Construction, builders, developers, and contractors.
Flagler College basketball is brought to you by Evans Automotive. Quality work at a fair price. Fish Bites. Set the hook. 5-star pizza. Bigger, better, faster. Flagler Hospital, excellence as a way of life. Hero of Florida, your partner for the complete equipment lifestyle. And Hybrid Design, advertising, graphic design, and marketing. Here you have to think that they're talking about exactly what volunteer assistant coach Rick Irely was saying. Their team camaraderie closing out on the three ball. Those have certainly been the Achilles heel of this Flagler defense. We've seen lights out shooting from Florida Tech here in the second quarter. They've really gotten hot from distance. Flagler will need to rely on their players. Busei Utku, Sarah Pedraza. Starters will need to carry the load offensively because right now it's an uphill battle for the Saints. Pedraza will work against Roberts. Crossing over, asking for a screen. She won't get one. Miracle Parker now in the game. Taylor Gardner working with her left hand. Screen set by Erickson. She's breaking towards the basket. Nice crossover move by Gardner, and the shot's off the mark. Offensive rebound put back up and cleaned up by Sherelle McCormick. Offensive rebounding, it wins games. Those extra possessions become more important, especially when you're down by double digits. Pedraza draws a charge, and it'll go back to the Saints. Starting to play fundamental basketball. Get an offensive rebound, draw a charge. Possessions are going to be the key for Flagler as this game rolls on. Pedraza now has the basketball. She scored a season high of 13 points at Nova Southeastern just a few days ago on November 19th. Nice crossover move. She stutters, feeds it inside, and McCormick gets it to roll in.
Nice pass underneath. The basket is good by Sherelle McCormick.
They're going to call a foul inside. Florida Tech with the basketball. Ty Roberts, give it up inside. Flagler starting to set in. Playing man-to-man. Ball's kicking away. It is going to stay with Florida Tech. Taylor Gardner could not recover it inbounds. Busei Utku will check in. Sherelle McCormick will take a breath. "16 seconds on the shot clock. Akimpora isolating. She crosses over, opts for the three. It is way left. Pedraza pulls it out, decides to slow it down. Gardner now with the basketball. Miracle Parker inside to Erickson. Big frame driving in. She's got a lane in the paint. Hooks one up and it misses. Good offensive rebound by Parker. They're going to call her for a traveling violation. Couldn't get her feet set. 2 minutes, 57 seconds left. Saints down by 10. Roberts carrying it up the floor. Saints need good defensive presence here in the waning minutes of the first half. Threes put up and knocked down. Ty Roberts put up a three. Not contested hardly at all by Flagler. Need to close out on those threes. That's exactly what Rick Irely said. Good cut by Erickson. Puts one up and draws a foul. See the first free throws of the game for the Flagler Saints and for Erickson.
Ball is on number 1, Farrah Shaban. Stepping to the foul line for the Saints is number 3.
Erickson is shooting very well from the free throw line. She has been perfect this year.
These are the opportunities you need to capitalize on.
Maddie will shoot 2.
Being down by double the amount that you've scored, 26-13. Erickson swishes the first. And the second. Her perfect free throw percentage will remain intact, at least for the time being. Flagler down by 11. Busei Utku guarding the point guard, number 22, Remington Smith. Stranger Johansson gives up the ball. Divine Guthrie pushes off a defender, and she banks it in. But they're going to call an offensive foul. Heard the reaction from the bench. Delayed call from the official. Florida Tech draws a foul. They'll get the basketball back. Forgettable possession for the Flagler Saints. Florida Tech will have the basketball with just under 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Stranger Johansson will inbound the basketball. Grace Spear down low, working against Erickson. Now at the wing. They're going to call an illegal screen. So Flagler gets the ball back as soon as they let it go. Sarah Pedraza inbounding to her companion Busei Utku. Pedraza, nice hesitation. She draws a foul. Flagler will take another trip to the free throw line.
Falls on number 22, Remington Smith.
Pedraza this year,
For the Saints is number 1, Sarah Pedraza.
not a great free throw percentage. She's not made a free throw yet this year. You have to think that she's been to the free throw line with how much she plays. Pedraza averaging 19 minutes a game. Chance to bring this game within 10. She does. Taylor Gardner beyond midcourt. Second free throw is put up and is nothing but net. Roberts has been in virtually the whole game. She's controlled the pace for Florida Tech as the point guard. Working against Gardner. Now gives it up to Smith. There's the feed inside. It's the tall frame. Number 12. Dish to Gardner down low. Instead she'll give it up to Erickson. Utku couldn't handle the heat of that pass. Finds it. Moving to her right. Kicks it out to the corner. Gardner for three. And she got it. Flagler's going on a run, and Florida Tech recognizes it. 6 points now separate the Saints and the Panthers. John Reynolds needs a moment to talk to his squad. It's his 37th season.
So close you can taste it. South State Bank, welcome to banking forward. Chick-fil-A, more chicken.
As we await this 26-20 first half thriller, I have to remind you that Flagler basketball is brought to you by Jersey Mike Subs. Be a sub above. Mowry Law Firm, proud supporter of Flagler Athletics. The Noah Bailey Group, proud sponsor of Flagler College Athletics. The Northeast Florida Regional Airport, smart choice for all of your air travel needs. 123 Burger House, grillin' and chillin'. They may be grilling, but Flagler is cooking. The late minutes of the first half. 26-20. Roberts carrying it up the floor. Flagler sitting in a zone defense. Excuse me. Stranger Johansson feeds it inside. Spear gives it to Roberts. Hesitation, now back to Spear. Feeds it up top. And there's a travel. It's going back to the Saints. Neither team has been great at getting their footing. Now Flagler a chance to bring this game within one possession. Kenzie Winder feeds it in. Excuse me, that's Buse Utku. Less than a second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Gardner will pull it out for the last possession and give it up to Erickson now. Finding a way to get it to Pedraza. She's sitting in the paint. Feed inside, and it's corralled. She's going fast. There's a foul, and it's going to be a trip. Half a second left for the Flagler College Saints. So Pedraza will take a trip to the line. She nails the first. 26-21. 1 point. Flagler was down by 14 points. Now they're only down by 5. Make that 4. What a run the Saints have gone on. And they close out the first half in a big way. Only down by 4 points. All the momentum is in favor of the home team.
26-22 for the Saints.
26-22.
Don't forget about that concession stand down in the lobby if you're hungry or thirsty. Say hello to Mike.
Can't wait for second half action. Saints looking to pick up their second win of the season. Panthers looking for their first. Back in a few short moments.
Just about ready for second half action here in St. Augustine, Florida, between the Flagler Saints and the Florida Tech Panthers. The score right now, 26 points for Florida Tech as compared to Flagler's 22. At one point, Florida Tech had a 14-point advantage, and then the Saints stormed all the way back, or almost all the way back, in the second quarter. It was a great piece to witness and see the Flagler Saints take care of business offensively, but they still have a lot of work to do in the second quarter. Welcome back to the Flagler Gymnasium. Chris Carey with you, as well as my brother Stephen Carey, taking care of second and fourth quarter duties on play-by-play. Leading all scorers for the Flagler Saints, Sarah Pedraza has 9 points as compared to the leading scorer for the Panthers, Ty Roberts. Commonality between the two, it has almost always been run through both of those players for their respective teams. But not great shooting for either teams. 32% from the field for Florida Tech as compared to 29% for the Saints. Lots and lots and lots of turnovers as well. And that 26-22 scoreline, Flagler has been a lot more conservative with the three ball, 66.7% from three, and Florida Tech just 4 for 13, a tick below 31%. That is going to be a point of emphasis for both teams. Florida Tech, it's going to have to be closing out on the three for Flagler, limiting it and playing good perimeter defense. Under 30 seconds before the second half starts here in St. Augustine. Before we get to that, Flagler basketball is brought to you by Pink Stork, the wellness brand for women. PIP Printing, achieve your marketing goal. Holmes and Brackle Business Interiors, make space for more. Raise Tire and Service for all your heavy-duty and commercial vehicle needs. And Salt Life, eat, drink, and be salty. As mentioned before, Flagler in white, Florida Tech in gray uniforms. Panthers 5 that will be on the floor. Remington Smith, Sarah Liberatore, Lena Stranger Johansson, and down low underneath is Kiki Daniels, complemented by Severine Uggan. The inbound to Utku, and she will have the ball up against Smith. They're desperately trying to slow down the offense, but Utku passing it wide. Pedraza, three ball, and that's in and out. Florida Tech controls the ball. A lot of transition offense going on so far, but limiting turnovers will be the biggest point of emphasis for both teams. Now a drive with the right hand off the glass, will not go. Maddie Erickson cleans that up and will immediately give it to Pedraza. Looking down low, instead takes it herself with the right hand, draws the foul, and it rims out.
Foul is on number 13.
Pedraza has looked good at the line so far. Put together some impactful points, including points number 21 and 22 that brought the Saints within 4. She can make these 2 free throws. They could go within 2 against the Panthers, who, mentioned before, had a 14-point lead at one moment in this game. 13-3 run after being down 23-9. And Pedraza sinks the first. The leading scorer now has reached double digits. She has 10 points on the game, looking for her 11th. And she will get it. 26-24 now. A 2-point game after all of that. Liberatore working up top with Remington Smith. Uggan at the baseline, jump shot off the front of the iron. Amaya Pierce collects it. And Utku driving, right hand, draws the foul. And Flagler will see the line again in a matter of 2 possessions. This time, Utku will get a chance to tie up this game at 26-26. Akimpora will check in and replace Sarah Liberatore. 753 throw percentage for Utku. And she'll miss off the front of the cylinder for the first shot.
Only 4 games played this year for Flagler. This is their 5th. But she will drain the 25th point for Flagler. 1 point separation between Florida Tech and the Saints. Smith brings it up. Guard at the top of the key by Utku. Spins off. Good double team. Akimpora passes inside. Deflection. Flagler. It also hit a Florida Tech player. That is Ice Vita Kunate. Vita Kunate playing down low. Another international player out of Lithuania. McCormick drives off the glass with her right hand. Another impact player for Flagler. Quietly putting together a great performance for the Saints, and they have their first lead of the game. Now a 3-ball. Just a bit short. And the finish underneath by Remington Smith. The Panthers go back at front. Utku wasting no time. Driving the baseline, passing it underneath. Pass was intended for Maddie Erickson, instead tipped out of bounds. Now McCormick has the ball, top the key, heat check, 3-ball. And that rolls off the rim. Vita Kunate working up top. She's with Remington Smith, who has been the floor general to start this half. Stranger Johannesson to Vita Kunate. Rolls with the right hand off the front. Offensive rebound and a foul right at about the free throw line. That foul will belong to Nemaya Pierce. Flagler's short lead. They were only ahead for 4.2 seconds, or 42, excuse me. A Stranger Johansson, baseline, Vita Kunate. Another chance for a 3-ball by Uggan. Instead goes to the left hand. Tried to float it there, gets her own rebound, and will go again, this time the other hand. And McCormick is able to corral it. And a foul off the trap. Lots of fouls happening in transition. They have allowed a lot of points for each team. Flagler has come all the way back, only down 1 point. And Utku and Pedraza working together, now down low. Nemaya Pierce spins, goes again, one more time, and with the left, it will not go. FIT has led for 18 minutes of this game and looking to add a little bit more on. Now Smith, Akimporo. And the 3-ball is good. Vita Kunate makes her presence known here in the third quarter. Not much from her. Now Pedraza guarded closely by Akimpora. Pedraza driving with her left hand. She'll get it to go off the top of the glass. Everything has gone through Sarah Pedraza so far. Whether it's her dominant hand or her weak hand, number one has 13 points on the game and is keeping Flagler on the board. Pass down low, tipped out of bounds, and a substitution. The leading scorer at the half, Ty Roberts, will check in for Florida Tech. Uggan will take a seat. They will most likely try and get the ball to Roberts. Instead, it's Vita Kunate, right hand, and the hook shot will fall in. And another foul right on the inbound. So Lena Stranger Johansson makes the foul there. They're not allowing Flagler to push up the court at all. It's a full court press. A lot of fouls are being committed. John Reynolds doesn't seem to be happy about that. Very vocal coach, 37th year with Florida Tech. Utku now to Gardner. McCormick gets the ball quickly, kicks it out. Utku jab step. And there's a foul somewhere down low. 33-29 the score. The Panthers lead by 4. The off-ball foul gives Florida Tech the ball back. Savannah State has entered the building. They will play at 7 o'clock against Flagler. We'll have that call directly after this game. Akimpora. And now a shot down low off the glass and a foul in the act of shooting. They gave it up to number 14, Divine Guthrie, who's had a couple points as well. This time we'll head to the line and try and add to the Panthers' advantage.
Panthers is number 14, Divine Guthrie.
First shot rims out. They have McCormick and Erickson down low. They want to box out the big bodies. The second will flush in and get a friendly roll. Miracle Parker will check into the game, play the wing. Utku is getting trapped. Now they'll go down low to Parker. Goes up. A good offensive rebound by Pedraza. And she falls to the floor, resulting in a foul. And it looks like once again Sarah Pedraza will see the line, which don't think Flagler's complaining about that. Has converted on many, if not all, of her shots so far this game. And she will continue that trend, adding the 30th point for the Saints. And she will make the second as well. Pedraza having one heck of a game to start this first home game in St. Augustine of the regular season. Pedraza the only player in double digits so far for either team. Pass inside, and it rolls in. Divine Guthrie. Another 2 points for her. They immediately get it up the floor to Pedraza, guarded by Roberts. Now it's Miracle Parker, and she throws that pass out of bounds. Looked like what was happening there was Gardner was stepping more towards the rim, and they thought she was going back outside. The pass was delivered out of bounds. Another turnover, and a timeout is called. So 36-31 the score. The Saints trail by 5, but looking good. A more back and forth game here in the second half, it seems.
The Northeast Florida Regional Airport, the smart choice for all your travel needs. 123 Burger House, chillin' and grilling, and the Pink Stork, the wellness brand.
Flagler College basketball is brought to you by St. Augustine Inn, Flagler College Athletics official hotel. Sonny's, local pitmaster since '68. We don't just serve barbecue, we are barbecue. The Spartan Orthopedic Institute, sports medicine and robotic surgery. St. Augustine Marina for all your boating and fishing needs. And the St. Augustine Record, covering the ancient city and St. Johns County since 1894. Florida Tech takes the floor, and so will Flagler. 5-point difference between these two teams. And it has either been a very short time where we have seen this, or the first time this game where we will see all three stellar guards in Utku, Pedraza, and Gardner working the backcourt. Guthrie, step back shot. It's an air ball, rebounded well by Erickson. See how well the backcourt works. Sets a drive, kick out to the corner. 3-ball, immediate splash. Becca Benj, haven't had to call her name much. But 3 points for Flagler puts them within 2.
Immediate impact. Now Roberts goes up, draws a foul. Count it.
Dustin is good by number 4, Ty Roberts. She was fouled by number 5, Taylor Gardner.
So for 82% of this game, FIT has had the lead. And just when Flagler has started scoring and going on a run, FIT has added 2 or 3 scores to make it a 2 or 3 possession game. And Roberts adds another 39-34 now. They will stay with Pedraza as the lead point guard. Benj now. Erickson. Gardner to Benj. Another 3 ball. She got it. Becca Benj calling fire right here. Roberts trying to match the 3 ball on the other side. Offensive rebound by Guthrie. Jump ball. Who's the ball going to go to? It looks like it's going to stick with the Panthers. It's those types of moments in a game where a player off the bench can make an immediate impact. Becca Benj, 2 3-point shots flushed down in a matter of 2 possessions. And it's a 2-point game. Huggin to Guthrie. Now Akimpora. Roberts off the floor. Smith. Now a drive with the right hand, a foul, and it is off the right side of the rim.
Foul is on number 30, Sophie.
Vita Kunate will take the line.
Panthers is number 2.
A lot of 3-point shots.
I said Vita Kunate.
For the senior from Lithuania, she misses her first shot. It'll stay, or makes her first shot, excuse me. Be 40-37 now. And she will also flush the second, 41-37. Vita Kunate, a former Division I product out of Iona College in New York. Erickson has the ball, and now they're going to give it to the 3-point shooter, Benj. Double on Erickson, jump ball. It'll stay with Flagler. 2 different defensive styles for these 2 teams. Flagler playing primarily in a zone, sometimes switching to man-to-man, but heavy pressure from Florida Tech, body on body. And so far it's worked for the Panthers. Lost the handle, Pedraza. Recycled. And now Benj will get the ball. Mid-range jumper off the front of the iron. Offensive rebound, and they will get it to go. Sophie Van Dyke. 41-39, Saints down by 2. Now a timeout is called by Flagler before the substitution comes in. A little bit of confusion on the floor. Instead, it's a travel. Heard timeout on the public address system. So Flagler a chance to tie it here with an exciting backcourt. And Gardner will take it up this time. Crossover move, now taking it back inside with left. Bounce pass, Van Dyke. And she misses. They're allowing Smith tipped away. Vita Kunate cycled back up top. Akimpora to Vita Kunate. Block shot. Van Dyke forces it the other way. Pedraza, inside pass. Gardner stops at her feet. And they're going to get it right back to Pedraza. It's gone through her the entire game. Now to Gardner, jab step. Pass again. Mid-range awkward shot. It doesn't get the roll. And Van Dyke unable to make the rebound up against Vita Kunate. Now in the corner, Stranger Johansson. Vita Kunate, 3-ball. Splashdown. From 2 points to down 5, Flagler has been at a deficit for more than 80% this game. Has to start somewhere. Screen by Erickson. Pedraza drives, and she knew she carried the ball. Another turnover from Flagler gives the ball back to the Panthers. Florida Tech has controlled the tempo of this game since the whistle blew to start the first quarter. And everybody has gotten involved in the party, whether it's been assisting the ball or scoring. This Florida Tech offense looks different than what they did just a week ago. 3 ball, another one. Severine Uggan. Under 45 seconds, now 47-39, the Panthers lead. Gardner, a 3 herself. That's off the backboard, didn't even touch the rim. Wisely electing to slow it down. Smith will allow her personnel to get up the floor. One-on-one situation stacked right on the baseline. Akampora was going to set the screen. Instead, she gets the ball one-on-one with Benj. Drives, goes for the spin. Now to Smith. In the face. And a mid-range jumper is rebounded. Shot clock violation. Scoop, score, and 1. Add another 2 points. And Stranger Johansson will head back to the line. What was at one point a 2-point disadvantage for Flagler is now 10 points. Florida Tech has reintroduced themselves in this third quarter with only 1 second remaining in this quarter. And they will reach 50 points. 50-39. Gardner with the ball, takes a shot, but it'll be too late. And an 11-point difference will be how the third quarter ends. Florida Tech in the lead against Flagler. 1 more quarter to go. It's going to have to be a big one from the Saints. You won't want to miss it. We'll be back with it in a few short moments. Saints are down by 11 with 10 minutes left to play, and it's time to find out if the Saints will go marching on to their second victory of the season, bringing them 1 game closer to a 500 record. Welcome back to the Flagler Gymnasium. Flagler Saints 39, Florida Tech Panthers 50. Remington Smith with the basketball, looking to extend that 11-point lead. Flagler content to sit in a man-to-man defense. Akampora at the top of the key. Fed inside. Guthrie now back out. Flagler's going to get the basketball back. A lot of chaos inside for the Florida Tech Panthers. Now is where Flagler needs to stand out. Cormick. Now to Pedraza. Rims out. Goes out of bounds. Florida Tech will take over. 9.5 left to play here at the Flagler Gymnasium. Good turnout. The home openers for both the men's and women's teams. Then we'll begin at 7 o'clock. Face Savannah State.
Guthrie, ball fake, looking inside, driving, contact, feeds it to the wing. It's off the mark by Kiki Daniels. Florida Tech gets it back. Smith working against Gardner, pushing to her left, now inside, has a lane, and it's off the front of the iron. Pedraza collects the rebound. Keeping her eyes up floor, looking for her teammates. Flagler needs some points, and they need them quickly. Erickson working inside, flips one up, and is fouled. Draws the contact, she'll head to the line for two. A chance to bring this game back within 10.
Foul on number 13, Michaela Daniels. Stepping to the foul line for the Saints is number 32, Maddie Erickson.
Talked about how different Florida Tech is in terms of their personnel. A very international team. 4 countries represented beyond the United States. Erickson puts up the first free throw and makes it. Meanwhile, Flagler only has one international player. That's Buse Utku out of Ankara, Turkey. She's the only player that was on the floor at that point, except now we mentioned Sarah Pedraza, who's out of Mexico City. She's been the leading scorer, 15 points today. Offensive rebound by Guthrie. Second chance. She misses. Third chance. Try to put it back up, and it's off the glass. Pedraza with the rebound. Trapped deep in the backcourt. Gardner will carry it up the floor. 9 points separate these two teams. Gardner kicks it out. Pedraza, 3. No good. She gets her own rebound. Driving inside. Has a lane. Right hand off the glass and in. Offensive rebound, second chance opportunities for the Flagler Saints have kept them in this game. Now they're only down by 7 points. Just over 7 minutes left to play to score 7 points and keep the Panthers from scoring any. While we have a moment, it's important to remind you Flagler College basketball is brought to you by the Stellar Group, taking solutions further. Sunshine Realty, for all of your real estate needs. Taylor and Waldrop, St. Augustine lawyers, backed by experience. 7 points, not an insurmountable lead for Florida Tech, who at times has allowed the Flagler Saints to go on runs. At one point, a 13-3 run brought Flagler back into the game. They were down by as many as 14. Down by 11 heading into the fourth quarter. Now down by 7. Bend but never break. Chip away at this lead is exactly what Flagler College is trying to do. Mo Smith trying to encourage his group to pick up their second win of the season at home. Saints on the floor. The Utku, Pedraza, McCormick, Erickson, and Gardner. Full court press is on, trying to apply pressure to the Panthers. They'll give space to Sarah Liberatore, who draws some contact, gains some separation. Ty Roberts back on the floor, the leading scorer for Florida Tech with 10 points. Liberatore gets it stripped away. McCormick pushing the floor. She's going to take it herself. Right hand flipped up, and it's off the mark. Hackenpora looking for someone to feed it to. Liberatore will give it up to Roberts. Stranger Johansson cycling into the paint. Liberatore, hard contact. She's met at the rim. Sherelle McCormick with a hard foul will send Liberatore to the line. Chance to extend this 7-point lead.
Stepping to the foul line
7:06 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Baratori drains the first. And the second. Picture perfect free throw attempts for number 5 of the Panthers. They're back up by 9. McCormick. Now to Erickson. Cycling the ball across the perimeter. Nice ball fake. Gardner, jump shot. Count it.
And there's a nice jump shot by number 5, Taylor Gardner for the Saints.
Liberatore guarded by her counterpart, the other number 5. Ty Roberts driving herself high off the glass, and it's good.
It is good by number 4, Ty Roberts. She was fouled by number 1, Sarah Pedraza.
Sarah Pedraza committed the foul. That's her second personal of the game.
Ty Roberts will shoot 1.
Chance to extend the lead to double digits. And it's back to 10. 1 step forward, 2 steps back for the Flagler Saints. Utku, she's trapped, flings it to the middle of the floor. Vida Kunate finds a way to get the basketball. Liberatore against Gardner, working the baseline. Spins, gives it up to Roberts. Vida Kunate, the top of the key. Liberatore now to Roberts. Roberts, top side. Finds a lane and puts it in.
That is good by number 4, Ty Roberts.
Flagler needs some points. Gardner driving, puts one up. Erickson there with the rebound, and she's fouled underneath. Ty Roberts stripped the basketball from Erickson. She's called for the foul.
Roberts with the foul. Stepping to the foul line for the Saints is number 32, Maggie Erickson. Should shoot 2.
Erickson shooting 2. 57-45. Just under 6 to play here in the home opener. Erickson, awkward free throw release, but it works. Didn't that time. Utku, the Turkish native, fouls the Lithuanian. Florida Tech will have the basketball. Roberts pushing it up the floor. Finds a way to slither her way out of pressure. Content to milk this clock. Kunate trying to get separation from Erickson. Akimporo cycling. 3 ball. Rims out. Gardner picks up the rebound. Slow things down, get into their offense. Erickson spins away. It's tipped. Great play by Akimporo to break up a great pick and roll by Erickson. Vida Kunate fires a pass, but a timeout is called by the Florida Tech Panthers and John Reynolds. You have to think this timeout has to do with possession, using up as much of this clock as possible, and offensive rebounds are the key for Florida Tech. The women of St. Augustine have proven they can go on runs offensively, but it's a possession game now.
Service law firm representing clients statewide. UBS Financial.
Flagler College basketball is brought to you by Sunshine Realty for all of your real estate needs. Taylor and Waldrop, St. Augustine lawyers backed by experience. The McLeod firm, Florida personal injury attorneys you can depend on. (57-46). The visitors from Melbourne, Florida, lead by 11. over the home team, the Flagler Saints, in their first home game of the season. Florida Tech made a 2-hour and 20-minute trip, give or take a few minutes, north to St. Augustine, Florida, the oldest city in the United States. And it's worth mentioning that Flagler College has multiple talented women's teams. Their volleyball team, in an unprecedented run, made it to the regional final versus Wingate University. They did lose in straight sets, but quite a run for the volleyball team for Flagler College. Now they're just hoping that the basketball team can pick up their second win of the season. Roberts getting a double screen, has plenty of room. Rolling off is Uggan, working against Erickson. Akinpora will give it back up to Uggan, working the baseline. Flinged up top. Deep three ball, and it's good! Liberatore just got it off in time. She fired that thing from King Street. Pedraza, the leading scorer, gives it up to McCormick. Three ball. Too much. Florida Tech slowing it down. 4 minutes left. 14-point difference between these two teams. Flagler's going to need to score on virtually every possession they have left. Deep three. And it finds a way to drop in. Another deep three off the bank. Severine Uggan. This one's starting to feel out of reach for the women of Flagler College. Nice jump shot by Sherelle McCormick. 63-48.
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, following the conclusion of this game, we'll have about a 30-minute...
Hear it on the PA. Following the conclusion of this game, there will be a 30-minute warm-up, and then the men of Flagler College will come home.
Okay, Cliff.
They have a 3-3 record. They'll face the Savannah State Tigers. It's expected to be a great matchup. Mo Smith talking to his girls. John Reynolds doing the same. Two vastly different conversations, I'm sure. Flagler down by 15 points. Panthers very much in the driver's seat of this game. Find a way to run out the clock. Florida Tech will have a win on their season. Leading scorer in this game, Sarah Pedraza for the Flagler Saints. Second leading scorers, Ty Roberts for Florida Tech with 15. Now a full court press is on. Got to get rid of it. Liberatore is there. Stranger Johansson flips it up the floor. Roberts finds a way to lay it in and draw the foul. She has been sensational in this game. Everything that Florida Tech could have asked of her, she has done. Only one foul. And typically point guards are more of the assisting players in the game. She's done it with the points. 17 of them. Tied for the game high. Sarah Pedraza. Roberts out of Euclid, Ohio. Andrews Osborne Academy. She'll shoot two. 1 point this game was tied. Just a few short minutes ago, towards the end of the third quarter, it was within two. Quite a run by the Florida Tech Panthers. Pedraza tries to give it up to Benj. It's tipped and out of bounds. Flagler will retain possession. Benj is in because she can get you points in a hurry. One of the better three-point shooters in this game. Gardner hesitates, gives it up to Benj. Looking for separation. Gives it up inside to Pierce. There's a foul underneath. Two minutes, 55 seconds. Florida Tech 66, Flagler 48. Cutters inside, Utku finding Pedraza. Pedraza drives inside, left hand, and draws the foul, but no basket. Roberts has taken the point lead in this game. She has 18. Pedraza a chance to get that game high and point lead back. All she could do is tie after missing the first. She gets the second. 18-point performance with 10-minute quarters. That's certainly nothing to sneeze at. Great performances by both the star point guards for Flagler and Florida Tech. Roberts against Gardner. She wants the isolation. In between the legs, jump shot is going to rim out. Pedraza, three, good. 14-point difference. Flagler uses another timeout. Flagler College basketball is brought to you by Sniffen and Spellman, PA, a full-service law firm representing clients statewide. UBS Financial. Pursue what matters most to you for today, tomorrow, and generations to come. And Vested Metals. We are a customer-centric and solution-based metal supplier. Friendly reminder that the men's game is slated to begin at 7 o'clock. Flagler College men's team is 3-3. Savannah State 1-0. Expected to be a great matchup. Home opener for both squads tonight, the men and women respectively. Meritore gives it up to Stranger Johansson. Had a lane but decides to pull it out, take off some more time. Start wondering, when is Flagler going to begin to foul? Under 2 minutes left to play. Roberts driving and finishing. 20 points on the game for Ty Roberts. Utku giving it up to Benj. Benj finding her way inside. Pierce, baseline. No space. Utku now to Gardner. Gardner left hand. Floated up. Finds the rebound. It's short again. Second chance opportunity missed for Flagler. Here's the trap. And timeout is called.
Timeout on the court, Panthers.
Minute and 10 seconds left. Panthers lead by 16 points.
Plenty of snacks and cold drinks at the concession stand out in the lobby. Say hello to my friend.
What a beautiful venue for college basketball here on one of the nation's most breathtaking campuses in St. Augustine, Florida. See on the screen the displays of all the successes that Flagler College has had in their athletic department. Flagler College Conference Tournament champions for women's basketball in 2000 and 1999. Looking to do that in the Peach Belt this year. They are running the risk of falling to 1-4 on the season in non-conference play. Foul is applied, and finally, Flagler is going to force Florida Tech to go to the line. Time is of the essence, and giving yourself more time to put up shots, get into your offense, more valuable than 1 or 2 points. Baratore's first is good. Short recap of the Flagler College women's basketball season thus far. There's another free throw made by Liberatore. Lead is back up to 18 points. They opened the season to an 8-point loss versus the Anderson Trojans. Pedraza getting a screen from Pierce. She's fouled, drive to the basket. Second game, a loss at UVA Wise, 66-57 there. Got their first win of the season against Florida Tech. 76-61. Right now, it doesn't seem like that's going to be the likely outcome. Florida Tech, very passionate team. Both games that Florida Tech has played this season have been against the Flagler College Saints. Finally, the most recent loss for Flagler was at Nova Southeastern, where Nova Southeastern scored a whopping 96 points. They beat Flagler by 40. 56-96 was the score. So another foul is applied on Ty Roberts.
Fouls on Sarah Pedraza. Ty Roberts to the foul line for the Panthers. She'll shoot 2.
Fans starting to pour in for the 7 o'clock contest. Potentially a disappointing end to the first of this doubleheader. Still a chance to see the men win, get above 500. Pedraza, hesitation move, kicks it outside. Gardner, 3, yes! 25 seconds. Let's see how they play this. It's stripped away. Gardner, clear path to the basket. Up and in. 5 points quickly for Gardner.
Timeout on the court, Panthers.
Good timeout call by Florida Tech. Gardner now has 10 points. She's in double figures. She's one of 5 players to have that. Now 12 points on the game. Pedraza has 23. That's a game high. Gardner has 12. Roberts with 21. Liberatore with 12. Uggan with 11. Those are the only 5 players on the floor in double figures. You cannot forget about Vita Kunate. She is in double digits as well with the Lithuanian native. "12 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. 12-point difference. Florida Tech has possession after calling timeout. Uggan will inbound the basketball. Baratory in the backcourt. Utku will apply the foul. Don't know if that was her intention or not. 12 points in 10 seconds.
Fouls on number 2.
Quite a lofty task. Can't fault the team for their aggression.
The foul line for the Panthers.
Fight until the bitter end. Gardner pushing it up the floor quickly. Dribbles behind the back. Gives it up. Utku 3 is off the mark. And this will do it. Florida Tech gets revenge. They win their second game against Flagler. They lost the first. Now they're at 500. 1-1 record. Flagler falls to 1-4. Unfortunate home opener for the women.
The next home game for the Saints is Wednesday.
Final score, Florida Tech 73, Flagler 59.
If you're leaving us, thanks for coming.
Chance to see the Saints win in another fashion when the men take the floor about 30 minutes from now. Opening tip, we'll be right here for it. It's been an absolute pleasure calling this game. Flagler will look to bounce back against Northern State at 1 p.m. on November 25th.